My wife had just retired and we were going to take a cross-country trip in my camper. I was rushing around trying to get my yard ready and I had a bag of fertilizer on my shoulder and I was about 5 feet up in my barn. I fell off the stairs. My leg went out. I had this incredible rush of pain. I actually passed out. I came to like an idiot. I filled the spreader and went out and spread fertilizer on my yard. And then I got up the next morning and I did another round of fertilizer on the yard, and obviously I knew something was very wrong. I found out about OrthoDirect. They were fantastic. Underwent further testing. I had an MRI. I begged them not to give me bad news, but unfortunately I had a completely torn ACL and torn medial meniscus.
Hey, how you feeling? Hello.
My wonderful PA, Madison, unbelievably compassionate. I could tell just looking into her eyes that it was a very serious injury. I was in for a very long road. They were very sympathetic to the fact that I had this monster trip planned and it was going to be very physical. We were within days of leaving for the trip. I specifically remember Dr. Fadale looking at my MRI results and he just stopped everything. He said, "I'm going to make you very, very sad." He looked at me and he said, "This would be the biggest mistake of your life to go on that trip." Canceled the trip, and immediately before I left that day, we scheduled surgery. He was super patient, went through all the answers.
We want to get to know who our patients are. It's what do you want to do in life? Your ACL's torn. You got a problem and it's permanent. So either we're going to address the problem to get you back on track, or we're going to live with the problem and modify what we do. John says, "Oh, I got a lot of living to go and I can't live the way I want to live with one knee that's a bum knee." So he made the right choice to go have his knee reconstructed.
Everything that I love to do is physical. And if I can't do those things, I'm absolutely miserable. I told them, "You might see an old guy with gray hair in front of you, but I want you to treat me like an athlete."
So what's an athlete? Does it have to be someone in high school or college sports? Absolutely not. Somebody who wants to be active. And whether you golf or swim or ski or whatever you do, if you do any sport that your knee pivots, then you're going to have a problem with an ACL tear no matter what age you are.
Dr. Fadale is very honest. He said 50% of people fail to complete the rehab. And I said, I'm going to be the 50% that makes it.
The surgery really works. Where my patients get into trouble, it's in recovery. And to this day, I'm going to have patients coming in today, and we're going to struggle with who's going to do the PT.
Hey, Joe.
Joe, my physical therapist, has been absolutely instrumental in keeping me from falling apart. He's seen me at the low points, at the high points, and everything in between.
It truly is a team approach. That's what separates our group. We have the best surgeons in the state, maybe in all of New England here. Dr. Fadale's been doing ACLs longer than most people have been around. He's one of the best surgeons there is. And then you get a guy like John, who just was so disciplined, so willing to work hard, open to everything we threw at him. It made my life a whole lot easier.
He knew exactly what I was ready for physically, even when I didn't.
Better. Now stick that landing.
You're gonna have really bad days. You're gonna have really good days. There's been times when I've completely broken down in the gym. There's been times when I felt like Rocky on the top of the stairs, like, yeah, I did this. It's super, super mental. It's not just physical. I'm about 6.5 months post-surgery. There's no pain. I'm actually jogging 2 miles on the treadmill. And when I'm running, I feel like $1 million.
When someone like John comes in, and you take them from the depths of despair and give them their life back.
Whoa, been doing without you.
That's the reason I go to work in the morning, because I can have a positive impact on other people. It makes me feel great. It's a stimulant that gets me up every morning.
He did all the hard work. He's on the road, traveling to different parts of the country and doing some high-level hiking. Can't wait for him to report back to me and tell me how good of a time and all the success he had when he was out there.
Normally, I consider myself super independent and I feel like I can put everything on my shoulders and handle it myself. I could not handle this myself. I could not have done it without him. Absolutely.